Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, hi. So did someone make this happen, or did this happen naturally? Because if this happened naturally, about
I highly
fucking
doubt it's
time.
natural.
Yeah, there's no way.
That being said, I do have something for you.
Oh, yeah?
Let's go inside so Doc doesn't mace me again.
Reasonable concern.
You can leave. Basically, I located all the stolen souls.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Where were they?
They were
Because I received communication about them.
They were all stolen by, I'm assuming, Valk or Valk or Harp, but no matter what, they were all stored in New Caterna.
Ah. Well, that explains why I couldn't find them searching around everyone's homes. True.
Here, here's yours.
Oh, thank you. I'll be honest, I was kind of going along with it, personally, because they left me a note that was like, don't worry, we're benevolent, we're going to take care of everything, your soul's going to be so safe with us. And I was like, well, all right.
To be honest, I was just going to play a small prank on Valk where I just...
God, the...
Jesus.
With the storm and the phantoms, there's like some horror shit happening out there.
Yeah, there's something. Anyway, I was just laying a bunch of random bells that rung randomly in New Caterna. Yeah, I went back to New Caterna and I mined like half of their base yesterday as well.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Because my stole got stolen again.
Your stole got stolen.
My stole got stolen. Regardless, I do believe New Caterna has drawn a line in the sand, as it did steal like everything.
Yeah.
So
everything
I have
that was
submission.
Everything that was given, everything that was available to steal wasn't nailed down.
Yes. I gotta give some souls back.
Yeah. Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hey, I'm
how's
hiding
it?
from the phantoms.
Oh, yeah, fair. I guess I should deal with those. Hang on.
Why is everyone at my house?
I think they were looking at the funny machine. There we go.
My beat for my body.
It was in New Caterna. New Caterna had stolen all the souls and had distinctly drawn a line in the sand to that has definitely been an us versus them vibe. And I'm assuming they have proceeded to steal my soul back in the process because they ripped apart my redstone to do so.
Hi.
I see. Interesting. Do they have everybody's soul?
Almost everybody, yeah.
Hey, man.
Wow.
Okay, but like we kind of
That's
need
a bit
them.
scary.
For what?
Okay. Why?
Well, we just need them.
Hello? You're not unwelcome visitor.
Sorry,
Who's
not
that guy?
Iris. I meant the demon version
Oh, the
that's centered here.
The what?
Okay. Here we go
Uh,
again.
yeah. Basically, Iris is an offshoot of a person that became a demon from the fire demon.
Oh, right, the one you
kind of
mentioned.
fucked up, blew up the last world. Partly my fault, not entirely, but partly. I released something that poisoned the world. She blew it up. Well, technically, she's trying to pull the trigger, but
Okay. Interesting.
I think
Regardless.
Shrine's like obligated to pull the trigger due to, being entropy and all, but like,
It is kind of my job.
yeah.
still happened regardless.
Yeah.
Like, Shrine would get fired if it didn't pull the
Yeah.
trigger.
My boss that I definitely have.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I
Speaking
understand
of,
that.
I do need a meeting with Caterna in general, just so that way we can possibly call a truce between the two. The Caterna and at least the farm.
The rest of us.
And everybody else.
Otherwise, some bullshit might happen, as I do have a free weekend, which is probably the biggest concern.
It looks
Yes.
like Katana might be outside the building right now. Conveniently.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah. Anyway, is Soup also here? Because that's the only one that's missing.
Yes.
Soup is indeed.
Never
here.
mind. Dave has disappeared in the distance.
Wait, yeah. Why can I see everyone?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, like Soup is just like invisible. I see.
Oh, yeah, I can see. Well, I can
also
see
your
it.
nameplate.
I can see your name tag. That's the
Sorry.
thing.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I didn't
Do
even.
all of
I'll
you
be
have-
honest.
Can't see
I'll be
me?
honest. I didn't even realize you were supposed to be invisible. I figured you were just out here.
I can see Sue.
It's because we're in the green team and you're yellow.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's
someone
a-
spent one of my lives again. God damn it.
That's a fun little quirk of that. Interesting.
I didn't know it did that.
I
I didn't
also
know you did that
didn't know
either.
that.
So,
Well, since you guys are here anyway, let's start with why were you stealing the souls in the first place?
I didn't know about this.
I
My
don't
soul
believe
is still
that.
missing.
With my experience with irises, I don't believe for a second that you didn't know anything about the soul stealing.
What do you mean experience with irises?
There's like 6 of you at this point.
What?
I thought it was just one.
Kinda.
Are there more
Don't
of
touch
you running
Hubert,
around?
Hubert off his chair. He likes it there.
I don't know. I've never heard of this.
Okay.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, you sometimes get possessed and go into situations. Don't worry about it.
Okay, guys.
Oh, did you not get warned not to
okay.
tell her about that?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I did, but it's okay.
Oh.
It just doesn't gaff, I guess.
I have some like protection sigils around here, so
Oh, right. Okay, so you did get those set up. Well, I suppose that's good. Oh, welcome
yeah.
back.
Theoretically, she can't see here, but that's okay.
I've
The-
never been warned about anything in my
Theoretically, what's
life,
your-
and I'm not going to start now.
What's your percentage certainty about that?
About 12.
Oh, okay.
Can we get back to the
Exactly.
soul stealing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. No one
guess.
stole my soul, so I think I'm good.
So were you lying to me, or were those your actual intentions?
What?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know why at this point.
And then I was
We need
given
them
a
back eventually.
note.
I'd rather if
Yeah.
we got them back.
Yeah.
now.
So were you
Why?
lying?
Yes. Wait, lying about what?
Your intentions in stealing them.
Well, I never told you all the intentions. We just need them back.
Did you not leave me
we
that
don't plan
note
to
then?
do anything malicious.
I
No,
don't
not
think
malicious.
you understand the value of having your soul, though. Because everyone seems to care about the fact that, oh, I have 3 lives left. I have 2 lives left. I have 1 life left. That's not the point.
I mean, I think it's a worthy sacrifice.
What do you need them for anyway?
Yeah, what do you need it for? Because currently it seems like you have drawn a major line between New Caterna and, well, Caterna in general, and the rest of the people on this continent.
A bit.
Listen, I don't
We're
think it
listening.
really. I don't. Thank you very much. I don't think you guys would really understand. I don't think it's important knowledge for you guys to know.
All knowledge is important knowledge.
It does also affect us directly.
We'll take care of you. We're not gonna let
Clearly
you
not.
die. Just let you die.
Uh,
Die. We're not gonna let
So-
you just sit in
Yeah,
purgatory.
cats
We'll
are
bring you
famous
back.
for playing with their food before they kill it.
This is kind of
okay.
like if you went to the hospital and the doctor said, "We need to do a surgery on you." We're not going to tell you what the surgery is, but just like trust it'll be cool.
This is kind of exactly
it'll be
like what the
cool.
vestiges
It'll
are
be very
doing.
cool.
Wait, looky.
Which is putting us into an
Hey,
experiment
they've
without
even
our
got the
permission and without
that
telling
one's
us the
even
full
color-coded, like
details.
Vestige Derriere.
Wait, are you his son?
Another
What did
thing.
you say? Am I? No.
Another thing, though, in comparison to that, realistically, like we were talking about how obviously the souls are an experiment we're part of. Yes. But the soul system we're currently using is definitely not an experiment on immortality. It is an experiment on what we will do with limited immortality.
There you go.
And clearly we are failing.
Let's be yourself.
You don't fail an experiment. That's like Science 101. It's not a failure. You just
It's all
got
data.
a different
regardless.
Well,
result than
you-
hypothesized.
Which
you
can
can fail an experiment if someone like bombs the lab while you're doing it. So like,
I would
That's
Yeah,
say
that's
it's
a
not
failure.
It's
Failing
kind of just like a
anything else.
catastrophe.
yeah.
but the
That's just an
experiment
outside
failed.
factor.
So
Okay. Let me put this a simple way. Give me the souls back. or I will murder every one of you.
That sounds pretty malicious.
So therefore,
Yeah,
you're not taking care of us.
now
You're once
I'm-
again lying.
I'll give you your lives
Hold on,
back.
guys,
I'll
can you, like,
I just
hold
need
them
the souls
off?
off your body.
Can you hold them off for like an anime 3 minutes and a real life like 110 minutes while I go get my 80 dogs? Well, I'm leaving.
How many of the souls did we get?
I think that's.
I got
most of them.
one.
You are
Okay,
under
so where's
obligation to
Candace
return my
Strides?
life to me.
Yeah, I will.
Mhm.
Don't worry.
Mm.
Oh yeah, we will.
What I don't understand is why all this drama? I was going along with it. You could have just asked.
We had to put up a show for the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You have obligations.
Worry not. If you have any missing things, I will replace them.
I hope this doesn't impede on our research agreement. You're a useful ally to have.
As are you, which is why this is so infuriating. I agreed
said.
with your intentions.
The fight
You were
was
right
a
in
show.
you were right in taking it from me because I would have done something ill-advised with it. Clearly, if my experiments with the shard proved anything, then my desire to discover what the hell is going on here outweighs my caution. But how can I trust that you won't pull something like this again if I give you results you don't like, or if I don't perform to your expectations? I understand having optics on a situation and needing to act a certain way. Trust me, I'm familiar with that. But I don't know. I was right that you're acting just like the Vestiges do. Putting people into an experiment without their say, without informing them of what they're getting into, and without actually giving them a way to leave.
Is
Well,
that so
we're not-
problematic, though?
I thought you would agree with me. You hate the Vestiges. You made your opposal
do
of
hate
their
the Vestiges.
you made your opposal of their aims and their actions very clear last time we spoke.
I do hate the Vestiges.
And yet you're content with acting exactly like them?
I don't believe I'm acting exactly like them. My experiments are not as sloppy as this. They're not as aimless. They're not as just, well, careless.
The aims aren't the problem. The execution is.
If I'm being dead honest, I don't care if someone is informed going into an experiment. And therefore, I cannot hold that gripe with them. I only hold that gripe with them in front of people, as it is, I suppose, deemed proper.
But it sullies the results of the experiment, because then you get people acting in ways that aren't in line with what you need them to for the results.
I don't need people to act a certain way to cut them open.
Well, you need them to sit there and not try to cut you open back. That's pretty important.
Not if
People
they're
are-
sedated.
Everyone is going to oppose our means either way. Even if we give them, if we give them an opt out, then we're gonna have no one other than you, I guess.
Yeah, I'm used to this.
We will. It's not like you guys are the only ones who like. We're also using our souls. It's not, like it's.
And if
You get me?
if something comes up that could possibly lead to the destruction of a soul, I assume you're not going to use your own.
I won't use any of them. I don't think.
What are you even doing?
I don't think we can reveal that.
Yeah, huh?
That part is a bit out of our control.
What is that supposed to
Neo.
mean?
We're not experimenting. We're here to make we're here to do guarantees. No matter what people are gonna think ill of us, because they're not gonna like the way we're doing this. But it's just something that has to be done. Maybe it doesn't necessarily need to be done, but I feel strongly it's one of the best solutions.
And I would probably agree with you if you told me what it is.
That's fair.
We might in due time.
Yes. Everything must first be, I suppose, dead certain. We need the clearest path. We have ideas, but
We're not taking
Yes.
anything until we have certainties. We're not gonna
Mhm.
willy-nilly like throw souls into like a fire pit hoping it'll do something.
I apologize. This wasn't how I intentionally expected. I wanted at least many casualties, but obviously that didn't work out as planned.
Evidently not.
We were going to just go after Chemist by himself, and then Wrench after Wrench, aka everyone else who was here.
And you couldn't just delay
I
your
wasn't-
plans?
Well, he was
He was
going
going
to
to
give you
get the
back
souls
the
out.
souls, and we couldn't afford having to spend the time and effort to go look for them again.
yes, especially given that after they went missing, everybody would make a lot more. Well, they put a lot more care into hiding them, which would be awfully inconvenient.
I suppose everyone else would have, yeah. I would have left it lying around in the hopes it got stolen again so I didn't have to worry about it. Do you know how stressful it is having that thing? I'm not used to having to worry about the care of myself. Everyone else, I have scientists to handle that for me. Not even sure what I'm mad about. I suppose that you didn't trust me as much as I trusted you guys, even though I didn't even know who you were.
I never intended you to be a part of this, particularly. Well, I didn't expect you to be a casualty. The only casualty I expected was Alabaster.
These people are social, you know how they get. They coalesce around each other, like...
Yes.
I don't know, I don't have a good comparison off the top of my head.
We intended to get to him before anyone else showed up, but everyone else was already here by the time he showed up. So
then you adjust your plans. You don't just throw yourself into
that
them
was the
blindly.
adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about
If we had
wasted
delayed it-
effort.
If we had delayed it, as they said, it would be too late.
It would be way too difficult to get anything back.
I don't know. I don't think the math adds up. I think the amount of effort that you had to put in to murder everyone and the enemies you made, the long-term consequences of doing something like this so openly. Before, you know, yes, he figured it out, but even then, I don't know, you could have found some kind of additional third party to blame it on without sparking essentially an all-out war.
Well, we were always gonna eventually end up being the enemy, no matter what.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, but the
It's
longest
just-
you can go without having to create that kind of explicit contradiction to everyone else's goals, probably for the better. I admit politics aren't my strong suit, but...
Sometimes it's better to just get it over and done with, I suppose.
Right, he says, ripping the Band-Aid off.
Yes.
Mm.
Delaying the inevitable is pointless.
Well, the longer you delay the inevitable, the more it might become an not inevitability.
I don't
Us
think anybody
becoming
would have
the-
ever agreed to
Mhm.
this.
Yeah, us becoming the quote-unquote bad guy.
And
was
I'm
always-
I'm the contradiction to your assumptions standing here in the not flesh.
You could still join us later on.
Right, later on, because you don't currently trust me enough to tell me what the hell you're even doing.
I don't trust anybody. But this is a
don't
level that
know.
is out of our control.
Well, you trust them, evidently,
Yeah.
to some degree.
We have a
We have a common goal.
Yes.
Right,
and
what
we
is that?
all have to get the fuck out of here.
Obvi-
Great, then we have a goal in
Well-
common.
This is
It goes deeper than that. We just can't reveal, unfortunately.
You people
Yeah.
make no sense.
Trust me, I wish we did.
Then do it. If you don't make sense because of your behaviors, so change your behaviors if you wish they were different.
I don't particularly care about changing my behavior.
Then I suppose you're not included in that.
Is this conversation over?
Yes.
I suppose
I
it
would
has
quite
to
like
be
to go
because
and
I'm
wash the
not even
blood
sure where
off.
I'm going. No, blood. You didn't even dirty your hands. You let them do all the work.
I stabbed a couple times.
Uh-huh. Next time, if you need my participation in an experiment, just ask me. That's my job. That's what I'm here for, is to be thrown into the pits so nobody else has to be. None of this subterfuge.
Right.
It just wastes time.
Keep that in mind. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're missing anything
Yeah.
other than your life, I'll give that back. If you're missing
Yeah.
anything, just let me know.
Are you in need of shards for this endeavor? Do you have enough resources to actually bolster your
Oh, we have
claims?
plenty.
Okay.
I said, oh.
It's drama time.
Yeah.
We also do need to go to the.
Yeah, we need to go to
the beacon
We
thing.
do
Yeah.
need to address the elephant.
Oh.
We need to
Aw.
address the elephant later.
Oh, fuck.
That'll be awkward.
After we just murdered everyone.
Yeah, I was just saying, out of lore, I feel really bad. In character, I feel probably the happiest she's
Oh.
been since getting here.
Can I help you? Hang on. Hello? What in the world are you doing here?
Whose side are you on?
Why are you hiding it? This place isn't secure. You know that, right? They've been in here.
Well, yeah, they've been in here.
You're hiding in my... Okay. Can we talk about this without you hiding in the corner?
Yeah, I just booked it. Like, as soon as Shrinebird went splat, I just took off.
Fair
full
enough.
tilt, stole a donkey, rode into the mountains, and then dug down to Deep Slate. And then I tunneled towards Soup Space because I figured Soup would not be checking.
Did you
her own
tunnel into
base.
here?
No, I tunneled into the lake, swum, used my soak touch shovel to break the glass on your little underwater area.
And you replaced
And
it,
then,
right?
Yeah, I replaced it.
Okay, good.
I'm a coward, not a
Who else is
monster.
here? Hello?
Hi.
Shrinebird.
Hi.
We're using your house as a meetup point.
Okay, fair enough. I suppose it's kind of obvious.
I have nothing but 1 dirt and 11 carrots. I'm not a threat.
Do you... Hold on.
Um,
I can give you some supplies. I don't have everything... I don't have very much in the way of fancy things, but what do you need?
That's okay. Kara is restocking me.
Okay.
I think these are yours also, and this is yours.
Thank you.
But yeah, your severed head was very useful in the escape.
As a disguise.
Wow, you look great right now.
Well, if you're wearing a mob head or a player head, you don't show up on the locator bar.
Oh,
Ah.
interesting.
So when I realized I probably had that in my inventory because my inventory is empty when Shrinebird exploded in front of me, I quickly checked my inventory, slapped it on my head, and took off.
Mm.
Did you happen to get my
Mm.
bundles?
Yeah, I've got one of them.
Oh, I have a bundle that wasn't mine. It has 61 errors in it. Is this yours?
That is also mine, yes.
Yes.
And that's why I have 61 hours in a bundle. It's normal.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
questioning things. I was wondering about that, but it was in the chest with my stuff, so I took it anyway.
As far as I know, my soul is still safe, so... Yeah, they're all the way off at New Caterna, I think.
Mm.
Mm.
Or
off
possibly,
in
yeah,
that
not
direction.
Chemist's house, because that is that way.
They're far enough away I can uncrouch for right now.
Anyway, in regards to what they're doing, they were remarkably non-disclosing on that fact. I do have, if you'll follow me, I have a book that they left me a while back. I don't know if you also got a copy of it. Here. I received this
Damn, you
notice.
sleep in your lab?
Oh, yeah,
Of course I do. Where else would I
in your
sleep?
lab?
Where else would I sleep? So I received
Yeah,
this
I got
notice
one
a
of those
while
as well.
back. And I'll be honest, I was content to let them keep it. Because, let's face it, they're right. My track record thus far of not messing with things I shouldn't mess with is, bad, to put it simply. So there's a significant chance that if I was left in control of my own soul, I would inevitably get too curious for my own good and do something with it.
That's sensible, yeah. Better to keep it out of your hands if you don't know what your hands are gonna do.
Exactly. I think you were not one of the observing parties. And you weren't there.
Yeah, I was having a really long
weren't
nap.
there. You were napping. in an effort to figure out exactly what they are and how they work, I dissected.
I'm just
What are
gonna.
you doing?
Mm.
What? What are you doing?
Yeah,
That
there we
was
go.
Building
better.
shit in my room. What is this?
Yeah, we just had to cover up the eye.
Oh, right, that. Yeah, okay.
Did you know you have an eye on your wall?
Yes, I left it there on purpose.
Oh.
I mean,
Cool.
the gesture was very nice. Somebody broke into my room to read my private logs, and in them I had mentioned that I to some degree, I sort of miss the feeling of being constantly observed. I'm used to it, you know? Back in my lab, where I come from, my scientists are always observing me doing something or another. So it's weird not having those optics on me. Anyway, I haven't fixed it because I'm trying to not disturb the site as much as possible in case there's some kind of energy residue left behind. I split apart a soul shard to see what was inside it and how it worked. I have the pieces left behind if you'd like to.
Those.
I have the pieces left
had-
behind if you'd like to take a look at them, but it doesn't do anything anymore. It can't be used to restore life. It was difficult to make any concrete observations because I'm still working off of a baseline that I'm uncertain of in terms of like materials and energy sources. This world doesn't operate. It's similar in many ways to where I come from, but it doesn't operate exactly like it, which means it's hard to assign expected answers to things, you know? What was I getting at? Right, yes. So, it did have some mildly explosive effects, not nearly as bad as I was expecting, but still enough that, you know, left a hole in the floor. To that extent, if it was that with just one of the shards, which is, you know, a shard, I imagine the results of trying to do something similar to an entire soul would be significantly worse. As would the yes, as would the end results of whatever happened to the owner of the soul. And obviously I wouldn't be putting anybody else's soul under the knife, because that would just be disrespectful. I mean, unless they agreed to it, but I can't really imagine anyone in this crowd agreeing to such a thing. They have generally rather high self-preservation instincts.
So I asked if I could put your soul in the hydraulic press shrine, but because I had looked at my map, I was muted because I haven't redone my keybinds yet.
I would prefer you didn't.
Right.
Yeah,
to be quite honest.
I put a soul shard in a hydraulic press and like fuck all happened. It just like popped out the side of the machine. Every material I can think of, exposed it to every kind of radiation I can think of.
Did you try breaking it open like an egg?
No, but I figured a hydraulic press counted for that.
Yeah, not if the structure was created in such a way that it didn't crack under pressure.
But wouldn't that prevent it from cracking like an egg?
Not necessarily, because that's about precise fracturing as opposed to just squishing it real hard.
True, I guess.
In the same way that, you know, punching someone creates a bruise, but using a scalpel creates a cut. But since no one else would willingly submit their soul to such a thing, and I, unlike our vestige friends and the other ones, do not subject people to experiments without their information or consent. So the only option...
That's the polite way to do it.
Of course. That's the way to do it without sullying the effects based on whatever retribution you'll invite from the people who did not agree to be experimented on. So the only option would be to then open up my own soul, but that I think would fall into the uncertain areas of damaging proprietary information. So it's for the best that that's just an option that has been removed entirely from me.
Oh, there has been souls destroyed. It was before either of your times. The first time we were trapped in one of these. Well, I guess like technically, probably they were also destroyed in the first one, but I don't really remember the first one. Nobody does. In every instance, to my knowledge of it, they've been destroyed by being thrown into the void or something like lava.
And to that extent, were they even, if they were thrown into the void, were they even destroyed, or were they just lost in the endless tumbling darkness forever?
That's a good question. I guess we never really got around to testing that, but
because the soul.
Whenever I've thrown myself into the void, I'm usually unmade pretty fast.
Well, yeah, because the soul, the void can't sustain human life, but the souls don't seem to be organic in that way.
Well, it's less of a like I can't live out there, more of a I'm literally like ripped apart by 1,000 hungry mouths type deal.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if that's a quirk of the differences between worlds.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because my scientists have studied the void, and it seems to be a bit like you're familiar. You mentioned black holes, so you're familiar with how they work, right?
Yeah, they slurp everything around them into them, including light and possibly space-time. That just centers the thing referred to as a singularity, and when you get close to it, a process known as spaghettification happens, where
Close
you're
enough.
essentially just drawn into a long chain of molecules and atoms.
Yeah, close enough.
Spaghetti.
While the exact specifics are not known to me because that's not my division, what I have heard from the scientists is that it's being in the void is like constantly approaching the event horizon, except it keeps moving. But I suppose that's probably different for everyone. And obviously, you know, I can survive a lot that would normally kill a human. I don't think my molecules would like that much.
I think my experience of it is a little bit different than from you guys, because I come from the void. I kind of am a part of it in a way.
So presumably your molecules are fine with it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the body probably wouldn't be very happy with it, but the body's temporary anyway. I can do whatever I want with this thing. This isn't me, you know?
Exactly.
But yeah. But I think like each individual world has its sort of own, I guess, atmosphere of void, if that makes sense.
Its own laws and how things work.
Yeah.
Iris looks human, right?
Mm-hmm.
The previous Irises looked less human, but looked human at one point at least. Shrinebird looked human at one point too, before, you know, the slamming and the rotting and whatnot. And Shrinebird very clearly isn't human. There's something else going on there.
Yes.
You, I assume, were made by humans, or at least some intelligent species.
Yes, mostly human. Some of them might not be, but that's the company's not allowed to ask about that. So if they're not human, I don't know that.
Yeah,
reasonable.
But you don't come from the same world Soup does.
No,
or Iris does. I don't come from the same world Iris does. Shrinebird presumably came from the void, and so that's also not the same world that Iris came from.
Yeah,
So,
well, technically, when it started existing, the void didn't exist, but that's the closest thing I can compare it to.
good enough. Yeah, so if we assume that Iris is like the default human, right? Iris is the definition of human, right? I am likely to be very different from whatever that definition of human is.
Because
And
you
so
come
would
from
be the
different
humans
worlds.
You're familiar with, Sal. Yeah. Different
Neo.
worlds, completely different laws of reality, different levels of magic or not magic or anti-magic. The inherent laws of physics might apply to us differently. Like, my world doesn't have enchanting or potions. That's not something that's there. That's not something that exists.
My world does, but it's a measured. I mean, it's called magic by shorthand just because the methodology of enacting it is different, but it's more science.
But here, I can brew potions. I'm just as capable of that as anyone else. So it's unclear how much we've been changed when we were brought here.
Assuming we were brought here. Because that implies a level of physical distance being crossed that I'm not sure I'm confident in stating as a certainty.
Yeah, we could have just been like copy pasted.
Exactly.
Our consciousness and our bodies written down on paper, so to speak.
Always
and
bet
then
on Soma
remade
theory
here from scratch.
Exactly, though, because we haven't fully been able to nail down whether this world is more biological or digital in nature. Because if it's digital, there's a much stronger case. Sorry, I'm distracted by Chemist winning chess against the dog. If it is digital, there's a much stronger case to be made that your, I suppose, brains were simply scanned, copied, and uploaded. For me, it would be even simpler. They just plug me in and boom, my consciousness has no idea it's not operating in the same space that it normally is.
If there were differences between like physical bodies between here and there, I would expect you and Shrinebird would be the most knowledgeable about it, seeing as Shrinebird being entropy is like separate from the body.
Right.
The body is like its own sort of deal that like I assume entropy's kind of making up as it goes along.
Pretty
and
much,
you being like a machine and everything have like perfect recall and aren't as susceptible to your body telling you, yeah, everything's all good.
Exactly. Which,
being
although
vibes based.
Is that perfect recall, though, is actually sort of to my detriment in this case, because if I didn't have perfect recall, I might have a better chance of telling whether something was wrong. Unfortunately, my understanding of my own functions is, as you mentioned, perfect. So any digital recreation my consciousness might create of my body would be exactly alike as to my real body. So there'd be no way of telling the difference to me.
And I suppose you're also open to tampering as well.
Exactly.
More so than the regular human brain.
Yes. Regular human brains, there's a certain ephemeral archaicness, to be blunt, to it, that prevents it from
Damn,
being
bro, just called us retro.
the firing of neurons isn't something that has yet been fully understood. Obviously, neuroscience has made great leaps and bounds in recent years.
Yeah.
But the actual functions of the brain, we can charge meat with electricity all the live long day, but it's not going to actually recreate a human brain. And that copying and translating of the human consciousness to the digital is possible, yes, but it's an incomplete copy, it's an imperfect copy, and it's not the same as the human. It's not just moving the human into a computer, it's completely recreating the identity, and there's often stuff lost in translation.
Mm-hmm.
But with me, if someone's able to find the right port and decipher my language, they could code pretty much anything in my head, and I wouldn't know the difference.
We could play Doom on you.
They'd have to you could run Doom on me. You could run GZ Doom. You could run myhouse.wad on me if you really wanted.
myhouse.wad.
Of course, they would have to get past several levels of top of the line firewalls and such. So I'm not, and given the
I mean, we also have to consider the fact that according to the vestiges, they made this whole thing. They made the Sol system, they made this, which are all above my pay grade technology-wise. They're not things that were possible where I come from. And so I would expect that things like firewalls and
might be irrelevant to them.
Neuroscience and such, might be less relevant to them if it's relevant at all. That's
right.
Assuming they're honest when they say they made everything. They could just be like, because it's in my time at least, it was very common to have films where a human or alien would show up with their advanced technology to like almost a Stone Age race and be like, look at this, look how I can shoot like a laser or like create fire, I'm a god, worship me, and use their advanced technology to like be hailed as more powerful than they really are. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's what the vestiges are doing, but they do definitely have more than I recognize from my previous times.
Yeah, well, Dario at one point, before you got here, talks about being like an engineer basically for them.
Okay.
I think that's his like role in the vestiges.
Because the word that he used for us was architect, which I assume was to make it more vague so we couldn't decipher that.
I don't like that.
Which part?
The entirety of Catlantis or New Cadia or whatever they're called disappearing off the locator bar.
Oh, that is creepy.
It's okay. I did discuss their missteps with them. I doubt that they would be so keen on coming back to finish any jobs or anything like that.
What's your relationship with them?
That's complicated. I'm not allied with them, I suppose, mostly because they won't tell me anything. They were the one
fragile basis for an alliance.
Yeah, exactly. They were the ones who stole my soul, and as we've discussed, that's perhaps for the best. We have a harp is here.
That's my cue.
1 second, I'm trying to find the door.
There is only one of them.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Adios, amigo.
Bye.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Wow, that's nice.
Is she hiding somewhere, or did she just leave?
I don't know. I guess just gone.
Well, all right.
I'm back.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh, right, my relationship with them.
Yes.
Well, as mentioned, they're the ones who stole the souls, and as we've discussed, that was possibly for the best in my case. And given that I doubt they're going to return it anytime soon, and my physical strength clearly doesn't stand a chance against them, it's not like I'm getting it back.
Well, I mean, I could probably get it back.
I don't invite their ire any more than we already have collectively.
Who says they'll know it's me?
Or they'll assume it was me and get on my case for going back on my word of letting them have it.
Nah, it's okay. I'll just leave Magic Chemist's like footprints.
Probably they just wanted him out of the way long enough to get shit done.
Yeah.
So, I suppose my relationship with them is tentatively neutral. I refuse to consider myself on their side until they tell me exactly what it is they're doing. Their aims are to get us the hell out of here, which, admittedly, I'm obligated to let them do.
I mean, to be fair, all we have to do is figure out interdimensional email and we can get you out of here.
It's true.
I mean, actually, that's not
it's just building a
bad
big enough antenna.
idea. The comms
it's not like
array.
we haven't done that before.
Right. Actually,
I mean,
wonder
we
if-
already do have a big old antenna that sends signals to not here.
I have actually considered trying to hijack that, or at the very least ride its signal. But I had originally just been intending to hijack it and see if I could create my own secure communication line, either with the vestiges or with my scientists, who I have to assume have noticed my absence by now.
One would hope.
But
Well,
I hadn't
unless
considered...
we've got like a, as you said, at a Soma situation where
Right,
there's
unless...
still a you left behind.
Right. Which, in that case, whatever, I guess. Because if my scientists still have a version of me, then I can continue to do my job, and I'll just eventually reintegrate with it later, when I do get out of here. But
Yeah.
I do still want to find out what exactly the nature of this place is, which involves getting a line of communication with the vestiges that they have been thus far unwilling to offer. I had considered just hijacking the antenna, but sending a copy of myself along with whatever signal. The unfortunate part is that the antenna, at least as far as we have access to, seems to be receiving only, which is why I assume that the communications are handled with the book setup instead of just talking to them directly.
Well, I mean, the difference between a receiving antenna and a sending antenna is just kind of
is
the
nominal.
direction it's pointed. Like, you can just, like, the antenna does all the work for you of, like, getting the signal from point A to point B.
Yeah.
So, like,
since
you
it
just
is
flip it around and put the signal into the antenna instead of taking it out of it.
right, the problem with that is doing so in a way that isn't obvious. It's possible everyone else would be okay with this. It's also possible they would not, because at this point I've given everyone, I haven't given anyone a reason not to trust me, but I also, aside from that one time they all watched me get a little bit exploded, I haven't exactly proven myself to be the most capable. It is also worth stating that when we do receive the messages, it is specifically saying that a connection is being established. Not necessarily that it's just receiving a signal. Which means there is...
it cuts it off at the end. So
exactly.
At least while we're receiving, there is a connection that is ongoing.
There is an opening to be had. So if before we go, I'll duplicate a copy of my code that I can package into a zip file that'll hopefully be a little less obvious than if I tried to send myself just wholly uncompressed. And perhaps when we go to see what the message is right now...
3,000 terabytes of blowing myself up.
I think I would probably at that point lag the signal and make everything crash, and that seems like a bad idea. So I'll compress it beforehand, set it to, if not automatically uncompress, at least filter out some kind of feeler to see where the hell it ends up. Because if it just ends up on some random computer that has no external connections, then great, I'm over there, but I can't really do anything about it. So I'll set it to automatically figure out where it is and try to establish a connection within whatever internal systems they have, and hopefully give us some more insight. Maybe I can set it on a timer to return itself along next time with the next signal that's sent. We can just press the button and establish the connection again at any time, and I can just have it latch on to that signal and come back whenever it's done. But I would want to leave it there long enough to actually gather any kind of data it can find. So I'll try to figure out if I can jury rig something to make it come back with the next adjustment to the signal. So yes, I'll duplicate a copy of my code, compress it so it's a little harder to notice and doesn't lag the entire system, and I'll send that along with the connection that's established today. I'll give it a week to gather data, observe, record, possibly create any other connections, because if it can create a long-standing connection that lets me remotely access it, then that'll resolve the problem of having to rely on this kind of satellite deal anyway. But I suppose we'll see. That's a bit of a long shot, trying to have a continuous connection like this, because I don't know what kind of distance or even what kind of dimension is being crossed with this setup. Okay. That was close. We're fine. I do wish we'd gotten a little bit more of a heads up that this was the last time we'd be getting answers to our questions, but alright.
Does that mean I can take the beacon now?
No, wait.
Maybe hold off on taking the beacon.
Leave it up just for a little bit, please.
Oh, I like the green.
Just in case.
Very green, very nice.
Yeah, we have no idea if that's the last time they'll need to actually establish a connection. Even if we're not being communicated with in the same way, a connection could still be important.
Yeah, he did say his communications would be less frequent, not that they wouldn't. It would be over. Well.
Informative as usual.
Yeah, something I was meaning to ask is, when you do your whole plan of like emailing yourself, are you including the petabytes of what I assume must be, like Scientist X Experiment fan fiction?
I'm sorry, but no, what? Hello? No. What? I don't have that.
Pause.
I don't have any of that. That's not allowed. No, what? Why would I store that on my internal drives? Do you know how often they check those? That is saved. That if that existed, which it does not, it would be saved somewhere password protected. First of all, second of all, not internal where they have to do maintenance scans.
This is incredibly suspicious of an answer.
No one asked you.